Alright, hello and welcome back to my Cresta series. Today we're taking a look at Terra Cresta. Yesterday we looked at Moon Cresta, and at an undisclosed time in the future we will look at Terra Cresta. Well, wait, no. At an undisclosed time we'll look at Soul Cresta, released by Platinum Games. The game isn't out yet, so I don't know anything about it. But it is supposedly the successor to the Cresta series, just like this is the successor to Moon Cresta. And I gotta say, this is absolutely unrecognizable. One interesting thing is that in the controls, this one allows for auto-fire. The last game did not allow for auto-fire, but given that you had a limited number of shots on Galaxian, well, yeah, no, Galaxian, because Galaga at least you had 2 shots, then, yeah, there's no real need for auto-fire. And here, there is every need for auto-fire. I mean, it looks like one of those shoot-em-ups that just kind of proceeds leisurely, and... Is that a dinosaur? Okay, I was going to say this is one of those boring, and now we're transformed. Okay, okay. This is like 90% boring shoot-em-up, but like exciting things happen. Oh, cool, so that's letting me know the ship is launching. That's kind of cute, the last ship. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so there is a mysterious formation button in the controls, and when you press it, this happens. Guys. Oh, okay. So if you... No. What? Guys. What even is happening? Okay, so if you press formation, then you expand out, and then you go into the easier to hit mode. I mean, in theory, you cover a wider area, but... As we learned from the last game, covering a wider area does not matter if the shoot-em-up game design is built solely to punish that. So, now, I understand how to formation out, but I don't know how to formation back. Also, so this name entry screen is a little cleaner. Oh, it resets you to the beginning. This is one of those rare times when the first game in the series actually had, yes I would, actually had a better name entry screen, and then the last one kind of regresses. I'm also beginning to wonder if this was even made by the same people, but then again, like, the last one was 1980, this is 85, so I mean, there is a world of difference here. I'm not even, like, I mean, technically it's the same company, but is it really the same company if it's been 5 years and they've been shipping Theseus to a new team? I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, 5 years is a long amount of time in the greater shoot-em-up world, and it shows. Oh, I see. There's a lock on your ships that you have to shoot to unlock it, to get your ship. I don't know why you would build it that way. I don't know why the aliens would just kind of sit there and let you do all of this, but what am I to say? They gave me a giant spaceship, they said, hey, shoot them, and it's like, well, better them than me. And here we are. I'm glad enemies on the ground can't hurt you anymore, because these enemies are coming, swooping, and and they're going for broke. Well, I at least thought I would get, like, 3 lives out of it, or 3 hits out of it, like before, but no, 1 hit and all of your excess armor is gone. Back down to the core fighter. I mean, on one hand, like, yeah, it's not that hard. They're not shooting that many. There's a 4. They're not shooting that many things at me. Ooh, there is a 4. This would go great with all my other ships. Whoa, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, the game is not terribly difficult, but at the same time, it doesn't give you... Oh, that's a loss. It doesn't give you a lot of weapons to work with here. Because, I mean, you've got one ship, it moves across the screen, it doesn't move fast enough, as you saw with that boss. You could just straight up get outmaneuvered. Well, in fact, you can even see that with all of these, like, popcorn enemies just kind of hanging around. You can see them almost overwhelm me. They didn't quite, because I am a gaming professional, but it's pretty neck and neck here. I also like how the one dinosaur is kind of like, he's like, well, you've outfoxed me. I can no longer do anything. And, okay. I thought that was a boss, but I guess it was more of just like a wake-up check. It's like, hey pal, are you awake? Are you able to deal with an enemy that is not obvious with how to deal with it? I am sad to say the first time the answer was no, but I've woken up, taken my slaps, and number 5. Oh man, the fun just doesn't stop. Man, I'm so glad I sacrificed that other ship that had a forward-facing shot for that ship. That was so useful. I can just imagine like every kid in every arcade ever that had this game. They're like, oh man, 1, 2, and 3 were awesome. 4 was pretty cool as well. You know, 1 and 2 were amazing. 3 was pretty acceptable. What will 4 have? Or no, 4 was amazing. Alright, what will 5 have? And then they get 5 and they're just like, this is the most terrible thing ever. I'm sorry I even added a quarter to this machine. Alright, give me that 2. Oh, hey, this guy's actually kind of useful. And kind of slow, but you take the good with the bad. Yeah, no, they are invincible. Jeez. Oh, come on. Why did everybody watch Galaga, or no, Xevious, and be like, you know, an undefeatable wall-type enemy, that is the best idea I've ever heard. Please, give me some of those for my own game. And it's like, please don't. You know, I thought the backward shooting shot was actually kind of useless, but here we are, using it to good effect. And it's funny because not only does your ship move slow, but the bullets move slow, but like it's more of a psychological game where it's like everything's moving slow. Will you be able to handle it? I'm so used to shoot 'em ups that require these twitch reflexes that like one that require, oh my gosh, why are you stationary when you transform? It's almost like transforming is a bad idea. Don't ever do that. And it's like more of a psychological test. It's like, now you're used to fast-paced shoot-'em-ups. Can you deal with slow-based shoot-'em-ups? Well, if nothing else, at least 5 acts like a life. Well, I am making a pleasing amount of progress, though. Although, sadly, because there is no continue feature, at least I hope there is a continue. Oh, game over. Let's find out. Is there a continue feature? A game? That'd be cool to have. So just like the last game, there is no continue feature. But unlike the last game, that actually feels like a travesty, because the other game, I mean, on one hand, there's no continue feature, but because the game loops, all you have to do is just play the dang game again. And it's like, nope, there you go. You got your continue. It's exactly the same as before. Hey, that's what you wanted, right? This game, no, you're gonna have to get back there the old-fashioned way. This is a lot more annoying to do when they're not bribing you with a bunch of undetermined video game collection currency. I mean, Caspo might be like blatantly manipulative into like making you play the game and making you enjoy it more, but you know what? It works. It does make me play the game more and enjoy it more. These dinosaurs, man. Somebody's got to do something about these dinosaurs. There are not a lot of dinosaurs in shoot-'em-up games, though. That's kind of funny. Like, okay, we should make a Xevious type game, but we don't want to copy Xevious to the letter. Not because we don't want to, but because that would get our asses sued. So, how are we going to change it up? Oh, I know, let's change the ground targets. Okay, let's change them away from tanks to, I don't know, you got an idea? Dinosaurs. Hey, dinosaurs it is. Hey, they even ripped off the Yasuichi enemies that kind of look like pinwheels and home in on your butt. I really wish they didn't, but it's also kind of interesting to take a look at this game in the greater context of 1980s shoot-'em-ups that I've apparently been recently re-experiencing via the Capcom Arcade Stadium. And shoot-'em-up, well, I'm tempted to say his most contemporary would be Vulgus, but taking a look at this game, whoa, easy come, easy go. But taking a look at this game, well, there's also 1942 that comes to mind. Other games might be good bets, but I haven't experienced them yet, so there we go. But it is kind of interesting to think that this game existed in the same time frame and landscape as Vulgus. Honestly, I'd rather play Vulgus, but this game is interesting for what it offers, which is mostly the transformation gimmick and not a ton more. Basically your standard checkpoint shoot 'em up, although there is no what am I gonna say? There's no continue feature, and this is the kind of game that would like greatly benefit from a continue feature. Well, you get the little wave guy, so I don't know what's so disappointing. It is kind of annoying though, because like this weapon sort of trivializes the boss, but then I mean, if you die, then you're gonna lose it. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird kind of video game balance. Like, it's not unbalanced, it's not necessarily designed to be unfair, it's not necessarily designed to be fair, and that's kind of the problem. It just kind of is video game balance that is. Like, again, this is probably dating back to the time and age when, like, they just never really thought about balancing video games, or like what you even want from a balanced video game. Wow. 5 doing work. Come on! Why can't it hit the stuff on the ground? So, hold up. So 5 shoots an energy beam behind you, but it can't hit land targets because, of course, land targets are on the land, and you are in the sky. Okay, that I can deal with. But then why can your forward shot hit land targets? Also, why is it being so useful right now? Dang! Hope you're enjoying the gloriousness because, well, I wasn't. I was too busy playing, just FYI. Not that I didn't think it was amazing. I wish I had more time to appreciate all of those glorious transformation gimmicks. Eh, game? Hint, hint, hint? Maybe a few more transformation gimmicks, please? But it's just kind of an interesting philosophy of video game balance, i.e. none, where you just kind of make a game, because, like, that's what all the cool kids are doing, but, like, in terms of making it hard, making it easy, objectives for the game, gameplay loops, it's like there's not much consideration. It's just kind of, does our game have spaceships? Yes. Does our game have dinosaurs? Double yes. Check and mate, pal. We've got a game. Ship it. And, I mean, I can't disagree. You have a game. Do you have a game that will be remembered fondly for history? Well, I was going to say no, and if I grew up back in the day, I'd be like, oh, heck no. But now that I heard some dude from Platinum Games, I don't even know if it's even the founder or anybody important, but somebody, somewhere, enjoyed this game, loved this game series enough to want to continue it. They're not even part of Nichibutsu, I think. Maybe that's the secret story. But, like, they evidently loved this game so much, they wanted to make the next one in it. And it's like, that's kind of weird. But at the same time, looking at this game, like, there are some interesting gimmicks here. There is some interesting territory to be had. All you need is somebody who, like, I'm not even going to say competent or incompetent, like, somebody competent in game design, because, like, it's not like whoever made this was incompetent. It's just more like they didn't have the game design language. Like, this language was just, it did not exist. And so now, you can go back and you have somebody that speaks this language come in and, oh, come on. I know it's technically a ground target, but can't you just relax the rules so I can win? Story of my life with video games. Can't you just relax the rules so I can win? But it'll be interesting to see, like, what somebody who is well-versed not only in game design, but even modern-day game design, what they think when they come back to this game and revisit it. Well, the important thing is you guys know I got that score. And it's not like I'm going to not try to beat it over the course of the next 5 minutes. I don't know, what kind of gameplay... Well, I guess that kind of invites the obvious question. How would you redesign this game? So obviously, keep the transformations. That is literally the star of the show. That is literally the reason why these games exist, I think. And also why they make sense in the greater context. I say keep the dinosaurs. They're kind of cute. It's kind of silly. Like, why are there dinosaurs? Why are they shooting? Oh, I thought... But of course, we need to upgrade the dinosaurs to be more realistic. And by that, I mean give them laser headgear. Because, dinosaurs spitting fire. It's like, what is this, a fantasy game? No, there's no fantasy in my sci-fi. I want the dinosaurs to have head lasers. Then it is officially science fiction. Alright, let's give the dinosaurs head lasers. But so far we've just addressed cosmetic elements, which, while important, that's kind of what this game skates by. It's not going to sell the show. So, well, you look at the pictures and you can see the formation. You can control the formation. Now, this game goes by a little too quickly. I guess maybe if you played it like every Saturday for the last like 5 months in a row, you'd probably start figuring out what the formation is. Heck, there's probably a manual. What am I thinking? There's a manual. Okay. Okay, so you play in the game, controls, there are 2 buttons, think you can figure it out. Dun dun dun, parts. Ooh, you become invincible when you collect all 5. Either way, nothing I couldn't have figured out myself. Recovering parts. Yeah. Real complicated process there. Oh my god. Okay. This page is going to take some digestion. So you've got moon formation, you have moon cresta. I see what you guys did there. Extend formation, cyclone formation, cross formation, and firebird. Well, it's Phoenix. Interesting. Huh, well, this is what I came here for. Cryptic drawings on the side of the arcade. Uh-huh. Okay. So they detail them. Oh, I see. So I guess each... Huh. So each collection of them has a different formation? Well, one of them looks side by side, so that looks more useful, but then the 3 looks less useful. And then there were just enough controls to not be confusing on a pamphlet. Although, were there any more? Alright. Alright, I can dig this. So this was just like hiding the entire time. I mean, granted, I'm twice as wide, but at the same time... Oh! So I didn't do that. Well, it just did that. So anyway, you press formation. Oh yeah, there's nothing in the middle for them to hit. Why am I so scared? I see. So you press formation once, and then you become that formation. You press formation again, nothing happens because you pressed it too soon. So either if you wait a sufficient amount of time and press formation again, or you press or you just wait, and then formation will naturally expire. Okay. And so you can make even the lame, like, backwards shooting guy all of a sudden very, very useful. How am I not hit? This is breaking my brain. Holy cow. So you see, when you make the formation, there is a significant amount of dead space in the middle of your ship. And, like, that space is absolutely perfect to put the enemy bullets, but it is not a great place to put your ship to catch the enemy bullets. That is... Okay, wow. I understand why this game exists. Frankly, it scares me. I don't entirely understand why they did. Whoever made this was a mad genius. Forget what I was saying about, like, they don't understand modern day game design. They came too soon to do modern day game design. Forget it. Modern day game design should learn from this guy. We need to build time machines, go back to the past, interview whoever did this, and be like, what are your thoughts behind the formation feature, and how do you think this could be applied to Assassin's Creed? We just need to get that guy starting to work on all these things. Oh, maybe it is the same guy. But I'm assuming this guy, of course, or girl, was like a wizened genius back in the 80s. And so now they'd be like, it's been 40 years. 40 years since the 80s? Man, if any of you guys were born in the 80s, you're old now. Officially old. Even if you were like a baby, 0 years old. Congratulations, you're 40 now. Wow. I mean, hopefully you would have gotten the news before you watched this video that, like, if you're born in the 80s, you're old now, but geez, if you did not know, now you know. Okay, that's the silliest thing ever. So if you get an extra formation part, and while you're already in the formation, then he just like adds on and doesn't change your existing formation, which sounds like something that would be annoying, but actually it's kind of convenient. Wow. I see, I see. So basically the core gameplay loop of this game consists in trying to abuse formation mode as much as possible while still not actually getting hurt. Oh. So wait, can my other ships, like, absorb bullets? If so, that makes this game significantly easier. And there's a bunch of random spinning energy things, because why not? Hey, I'm the Phoenix! I learned all about you in the construction. Why did this not? Okay. This is very visually appealing, but this is not going to pay the bills. Oh! All you have to do is make sure the ship on the bottom doesn't get hit, apparently. But even that is surprisingly difficult when you are being absolutely bombarded. I want the shiny. That was a bomb. That was a bomb. I straight up thought that was a power-up. Any other game, that would have been a power-up. That would have, like, made my day. But right now, that just ruined my day. Okay, note to self. Press the A button to save your score. Now, I can be officially ranked like 800th on the leaderboards or something. I like to imagine there's a mad dash of people like downloading and playing this game just to like experience what the heck Terra Cresta is going to be like, and be like, I thought that was an April Fool's joke. They can't make that an April Fool's joke 2 times in a row. And the answer to that comment is, yeah, they can't. That's why this time is real. At least I hope so. If not, then, well, I'd say I wasted my time, but it's like, oh, okay, I played one random obscure arcade game in lieu of another. What a waste. I see. So let's test this out, because knowledge is power. Is the other ship invincible? I would imagine even in the pair formation, yeah, sure. I mean, on one hand, that's not the sort of thing you would flippantly test out by wasting a credit, but I mean, again, put yourself in the shoes of that small child playing this game. This game's been in the arcade for like, I don't know, 3 some odd months now. They're clearly not getting a new one anytime soon. So you're just going to, why do they always shoot to the left? I mean, I know exactly why they want your credits, but come on. Cut me some slack here. Ay, no need to experiment around and call deaths. They're gonna do it for me. Actually, no, yes, that was just me experimenting around. Any such failures are not necessarily indicative of my actual gaming prowess, because, like I said before, I am just experimenting around right now. Man, that is a great excuse. I will be sure to abuse that in the future. Wow. Why are dinosaurs suddenly so powerful? Huh. So can you believe it? They finally took this whole docking concept to its, like, I won't say its logical conclusion. Oh, that was the real one. Oh, it's like a shell game. But if you guess wrong, then you die. Well, if they guess right, then you die. So this game finally took the docking feature from Galaga to its logical conclusion. I wouldn't necessarily say it's, like, intended conclusion, or even, like, why do this, actually, but they sure did it. You can't undo it, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. You're stuck with this forbidden knowledge of what games could be like if you had a better docking feature. Is it a utopia or a dystopia? I will leave that to the readers to decide. Should we have had more games like this, or less games like this? I know it sounds like I'm building myself up to quit the game, but honestly, I just found out about that formation. I just got that Phoenix. I am actually kind of jazzed. Unfortunately, I think one more round is about all I've got in me, so game, if you're going to make it worth my time, now would be said time. So formation modes. That's interesting. And it's also interesting that, like, basically no other game since this game has really dealt with that or reconciled with that concept in any meaningful way. Wait, so... No, Galaga... Ooh. When did Galaga come out? Because now I'm kind of deathly curious. Did Galaga rip off Moon Cresta? Is Moon Cresta To shoot them up. Oh, by the way, yeah, no, your other ship is basically completely invincible, which that's good to know now. Yeah, could Moon Cresta be the video game Lost Link? Well, I say Lost Link like this ultimately amounted to anything, but ultimately this was just like sort of a weird offshoot of the greater video game mechanic evolutionary tree. It is, albeit a fun one, kind of surprising that nobody else like capitalized on this, but at the same time, I think people just saw 1942 and they're like, I understand this game. You play in the plane, you shoot the other planes. I can play in this. Whoa, that's a lot of quarters I'm getting. And then, well, I guess it's ultimately not up to the players. It's up to the arcade game operators. And I can assure you, they must have been pretty satisfied with 1942. If they weren't, why would there be 5 of them? There are so many of them, by the way. Oh, cool. You can kind of tell how much time you have left in ultra super happy mode by how far out the wiggles are. Well, it's kind of sad that while they can— oh, no. Please do not do this to me. Well, it's sad— well, it's cool that they are invincible. They cannot block any shots, so you do have to still be awake, even though it looks like I am playing this half asleep. Come on, one more until I get to experience the ultimate power and thrill of the Phoenix. Oh, are we out of formation? What? Are there a limited number of formations? Oh, look at the bottom of the screen, guys. There's a little F symbol symbolizing, ostensibly, your transformation mode. So, we only have 3 transformations. Here I was thinking this was like the ultra fun happy button. But no, it turns out this is like your bomb button from Galaga. And now that I know that this fascinating, great, amazing resource is limited, I will proceed to not use it. You ever play a game where you collect health potions? Oh, if these guys are total sheep, I gotta use them. You ever play a game where you collect health potions and you gotta save all, and so what you end up doing is you end up like Skyrim. You end up saving all your health potions to beat the final boss because, that's just how games work. You gotta save all your resources to the very end. And then you get to the end and you've got 1,000,000 lame health potions because health potions are not worth anything by the very end. Oh, cool. Do you give me more formations? Yeah. Who needs parts in this day and age? Just give me those Fs, man. I need those Fs. Wow. Alright. So now there's suddenly some tension. And I feasted upon the hallowed grounds of the gods until I gorged myself. And in my confusion, I hurt myself. And here I am, back in the world of the mortals. Completely alone, naked, at least as far as the shoot-'em-up ships go. Yeah, this is basically Arthur's second form version of... Look at that. Look at that little dock guy. Without the core ship, he's just so lost. Alone, lost in the world. I'd feel more sad if I wasn't dead. Oh, come on, game, come on. I've made so much lovely progress. I'm, like, this close to the boss. We are going to see what happens next. I don't know whether it's me quitting in frustration or me getting to the boss. You are the arbiter, game. I disavow all responsibility for the proceeding. And... Ooh, come on now. Even 5 is acceptable at this point. Give me 5, even 5. Please give me 5. Don't let me not get 5. Yes. Into the boss. I got 3 Fs, and you better believe I'm gonna use them all. No. Boy, I got 1 more life. Will it be my score? Will it be the boss? I don't know, man. I don't know. You can skip to the future. Sadly, I am lacking in that ability. Why was I not gifted the power to travel time in my own leisure? Why was I... This way. Okay. Now... Even 5. 5 will immensely improve my ability to have fun. I was even 600 close. Wow. Disappointing. Disappointment. That is utterly, truly, terrifyingly disappointing. Oh, you can't choose the copyright symbol if you already have this. Oh no, you can. That's right. Copyright Ashgabat Cat. I don't know what I'm copywriting. I don't know what I have ownership of to even copyright. I'm not even sure you can copyright Let's Play videos. I'm pretty sure you cannot. I guess I can maybe copyright this recording of my voice, but without the accompanying gameplay, what good is that? Well, like the best episodes of Ashgabat Cat, and also like the worst episodes, basically I'm trying to say like every episode of Ashgabat Cat, we've now ended it on a slightly disappointing end note. But we've reached a note where, yeah, maybe, if we really wanted to, we could continue. But I'm not entirely sure what more there is to see. Because, I mean, yeah, we might beat the boss, and then it'll be like, hey, congratulations, you beat level 1, now beat level 2. Except level 2 is exactly the same as level 1. Yeah, what the heck. Let's say I was advertising this game, I'm trying to like drum up interest. I'll be like, hey, now that you saw me play the game, how about you play the game? I guess now, in the sudden moment of post-gaming clarity, I kind of understand, like, what Soul Cresta can bring. So this whole game revolves around that formation button, that lovely, glorious formation button. And it's fun, it's amazing to use, but they made it a limited resource. Man, wouldn't it be great if they made another Cresta game, and they made it unlimited use of formation? That would be amazing. I want that to exist. These are the thoughts that I can only imagine are going through the Platinum Games designer guy's head. As he goes, whoa, that boss is a little crazy. And most importantly, that boss was not the boss that I died to. So you think that, oh, all I had to do was beat that one boss and then we'd see the end of the game and we'd all go home happy? No, there are no happy endings because there is a boss after that. There is no end to the game, ostensibly. Anyway, so going through that designer's head, he's probably thinking, what if there was another Cresta game, but this time formation wasn't limited, and instead formation was the central gimmick? I mean, I know it already was the central gimmick to this game, but I mean, it's also the central gameplay mechanic too. Because here, I guess arguably the central gameplay mechanic is just regular shooting, where formation mode is sort of a nice plus, a bonus, if you will. Well, this will be something to look forward to, and then, after a few months, ultimately forget, then a month later realize, oh yeah, that thing I was supposed to do, and then eventually do it. I hope that is not the order of events that things will occur in, but my pessimism is based on reality, and you only know yourself as well as you know yourself. How did I know I was going to mess up that phrase? You are the one who knows yourself best, so, well, we'll see how this turns out. But, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait till the future to do so. So on that note, this cat's got a scat.